Hello everyone, I'm Pods. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on keyless and one key in this game, Super Mario Galaxy. Now both of these strats are really difficult and I do not suggest learning them until you get really comfortable with them or get a good enough time to consider going for them, especially keyless, because again, keyless is a strat only saves about 5 seconds and it is both of these tricks are really difficult and you can get more time by practicing movement. So I'm going to go over one key and how I do a setup for that, and then I'm going to go over, try to go over keyless, as that trick can be way more challenging than how one key works. But for the setup I use, you're going to need to understand a bit more about the Wii Remote and nunchuck heights. Because the entire skip is going to be dependent on how good your Wii Remote and nunchuck spins are. So I'm gonna try and... excuse me. You can see my face in the bottom right, but I'm gonna try and show some kind of control. Excuse me. I can try show some kind of controller cam where I point to my controllers, because you can kind of see what the inputs are for this. So first off, if you're going for one key, you're going to need to you're gonna need to go to about here. You see this point with the around about like the second or third mark, right about here. Then you do a backflip and you do a Wii Remote spin, kind of like what I just did there, and I failed it, so I'm gonna have to take a death to try again, because I want to show this. This trick is very easy to mess up, but if you get it, then it is pretty cool. So let me try showing the... I'll try and show this, and then I'll just give a bit of a better explanation of what to do. Actually, I'm going to turn the camera off. So here's how you do it. You'll land here, so around about this mark, you do a backflip, and then you do a Wii Remote spin. As soon as the Wii Remote spin happens, you go from holding A to not holding A, and then you want to hold A to do another wall jump on that door. As soon as you land, you want to be holding down on the analog stick. As if you don't hold down, you see you click through and you die. So it's important to do that, and then what you do is you hold down and you can either do a jump or a long jump, whatever you prefer. So I'll try and show this again. Backflip, spin, wall jump, spin. Every time you're spinning, let go of the analog stick. Well, not analog stick. Let go of the A button, as if you hold the A button during it, you get into a you have a chance of going over the platform. Alright, so I'll try and show this again. Then you see how I touched the lip of that? Because that's kind of how you make it up to there. Again, this trick can be really confusing for some people. So, it's just it's mainly used for trying to get a hang of it, but this is kind of like the setup that I do for the skip. So, I'll try and show. Backflip, spin, wall jump, spin, hold down, and then you do sorry. again, this might take a while because trying to do this and commentate at the same time is pretty challenging. So, let me try it again. Backward, spin, wall jump, spin, hold down, long jump, spin, wall jump, spin. For the first two spins I do with Wiimotes. For the last two, I do with a nunchuck. Mainly because the nunchuck spins are in general way higher than the Wiimote spins. And I will show you one more time, and then I'm gonna go over the harder setup, because the harder setup may take a bit more time to explain. Called Keyless. Again, it's more just you find the way. You find the right amount of button you hold it. Like, if you hold the button for too long, you're dead. If you hold it for too little, you don't get enough height. Then, say that would work. Again, you gotta get again, if you're going for it, you gotta get used to it. It takes a long time to get used to it, but when you do it, you're good. Alright, so now I'm going to show a different setup for keyless. Now, you may realize that this keyless setup I go for is a bit different to other runners. That's because I was experimenting, and I found this setup to be way more consistent than I do. So, if you don't know, keyless is basically where you avoid this key, grabbing this key, grabbing that coin, and then going in. So, here's how you do it. You basically are supposed to line up, well, I basically line up with this and hug with this wall. You see there's like a small patch where you can hug it. Then I tap myself to the left, and there is a invisible... I should probably explain how this works. There's an invisible door around about where this key is. So say around about on this bit where where my cursor is. And basically, when you do it, you of course the door's hitbox is pretty annoying. So that so you can fall down really easily and die if you aren't careful. So what I do a backflip from here, and with the backflip I go from this direction to the right, and I nudge a little bit up. This is a nunchuck spin, and you see how I did a spin bonk at the door there. And, alright, so it's more like a right or an upright. Right to upright angle. So say if you're doing this with a clock, same as what Viper usually explains it, you want it to be about a 130 angle. Well, a 130 to 2 o'clock angle, because say like up is 12 o'clock, right is 3 o'clock, down is 6 o'clock, and left is 9 o'clock. You want it to be at a 130 to 2 o'clock angle because that's where the door is. And again, if you want to be holding the door, you want to hold down because you want to actually land on it. And of course, again, like I said, if you don't hold down, you're dead. Oh, if you don't hold down on the door, then you're basically gonna fall and die. I'm gonna have to get it one up. So I'm gonna explain how this trick, how I do it, and then I'll just leave it to, oh my god. This may take a bit, because my, it can be pretty confusing. It can be pretty confusing to understand, like, the visual cues. Because, I mean... But it's like, when you start learning this trick, and probably only do it when you're around about the 230 range, because this trick is actually hard. Then... then this is it takes a while to get used to it. But yeah, this is how I do it. You may notice, you can probably hear those brief taps where I let go and, well, hold A and then let go, and then I do a long jump there. I'm gonna actually trigger this and, you know, well, I'm gonna trigger this entire thing, which will make me get the 1-up so I don't game over. And then I'll just explain how this thing works with the home buffer method. Well, with home buffering. So let me just go over this and like explain how this trick works. So you do a double jump here, or backflip. Hug this wall, and then you do the backflip onto here. Then you hold down, jump, spin, wall jump, spin. Same premise as before. Well, this is the same premise as before. And... God damn it. Again, this trick can be confusing to understand, and yeah, if you try and like actually understand it, it can be really annoying to get the hang of. So if you like have any questions of what you're doing, please just don't do this trick, because this trick is hard. But if you ever feel like going for it, then you know, be my guest, but you might have some problems trying to learn it, so it's better to learn other tricks first. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye!